Additional consideration paid for by the following. Ohio Neck and Back Pain Relief Center, Scott M. Gray, D.C., across from the Marion Center between TSC and Kroger. For further information, dial 740-386-6580. Also located on the net at goodbackbadback.com. That's goodbackbadback.com.
Scott Spears along with you on the Thursday edition of The Exchange. We've got things a little jumbled up this week as Brenda Donegan is in the musical at the Palace, so she's going to take a week off, but we got the lady who I think I would refer to and everybody else at this table as Mrs. Popcorn Festival, Norma Castanian, with us, going to tell us about the big event, probably the biggest event that comes around in Marion throughout the year. Popcorn Festival coming up this September, first weekend after Labor Day. Easy to remember. 8th, 9th, and 10th this year, and the Popcorn Bowl for midget football is on the 11th, 11:30 a.m. in Lincoln Park. Joined today by Charlie Evers, Marianne Michael, Shannon O'Neill, Martha Douse-Manesi. Martha fell off the wall. She's been on the wall all week. Here's the beautiful picture of Martha standing on a ladder. Does everybody see that? Isn't that a beautiful picture? My goodness. Martha, what year was that taken?
Lordy me, I don't know.
You were on a ladder, though, weren't you?
Yes, Carl Stewart was laying on the ground, and he took that picture.
My goodness. And Martha is going to twirl the baton this week, her rhinestone baton. So you don't want to go anywhere because that is going to happen. We're going to get that in. New segment today on this program with Charlie Evers called the Evers Report coming up. We're going to check in with Phyllis Diller, show that commercial again. This is a big program. And we're going to kick it off with Charlie Evers with If Marion Had Money, This Is What We Could Do.
If Marion had money, we'd go out and eliminate all the rotten trees in town, including those ones along Center Street that they're too large. They're covering up the signs in downtown Marion. It's time that they be removed and replaced with smaller trees, and then we should go throughout Marion and eliminate all those rotten trees. We have maple trees that are around 75, 85 years old. They're just waiting for the first strong gust of wind. Then they'll come down on a house, and the newspaper will say, "Look at that tree, the wind blew it down." Well, the wind didn't have to blow very hard because the thing's rotten. And we could save so much money. It costs to eliminate the trees, but think of all the inconveniences that we would eliminate. Power being off for hours, homes crushed, cars crushed, and even we had a fatality here a year or two ago. So let's get rid of those old rotten trees.
That's a good idea, Charlie. Maybe we got to put the houses on the back burner and worry about the trees.
But it takes money.
It does take money.
We don't have the money, so forget about it. Yeah.
As I said, though, South Prospect, I saw a pothole being fixed.
Well, that's one step.
One step in the right direction. We're now going to head over to Marianne Michaels for Words of Wisdom on this Thursday. Go ahead, Marianne.
Well, this is from Nathaniel Hawthorne, and this is what he says. Everyone has a unique role to fill in the world and is important in some respect. Every person is. And everyone, and including you especially, is indispensable. And
that's a good one.
It is a good one.
I like, who said that,
It's
Marianne?
positive, Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Nathaniel Hawthorne. That's very
Famous
good.
writer.
Charlie, you're up for that
He
one,
never
right?
stuck his finger in a glass of water and pulled it out and marveled the hole he left.
I guess not.
No.
Or he never...
That was going back to that one thing that I said when I started in work. They told me that just remember now, you're as important as the hole left in that glass of water when you pull your finger out.
You're bound and determined to
Oh.
get sued for libel
I-
by some company in this town, aren't
No,
you,
that was
Charlie?
it was the truth, so.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Here we go. Moving on. Evers report coming up later. See, ooh, that was a sinister laugh. You'll have to catch that. But as I said, Norma Castillan here today for the Popcorn Festival. Norma, so good to have you on the program. How have you been?
Thank you for having me. I've been really good. I've been working on the popcorn things.
Popcorn Festival coming up the 8th, 9th, and the 10th. What's the slogan this year? I see it's on your shirt there.
Yes, it's Hooray for Hollywood. So you can dress in your Hollywood attire and be in the parade and walk downtown, do whatever you'd like.
Oh, those shirts are great. That's one of the better popcorn shirts I've seen.
This is just off of the press, believe it or not. I had to go over and grab it right quick from Kathy Brinkman. So,
Well-
our entertainment this year is going to be really good. We're going to have on Thursday night Leonard Skinner. It's a tribute to Leonard Skinner. And Friday is going to be Grace Potter and the Nocturnals. And Saturday is Jason Michael Carroll. They've switched the country to Friday night this year. But Grace has a record out with Kenny Chestnut. It's doing really well.
Now, and of course, for those people watching this, maybe who've never been or who have friends coming in from out of town, the admission to those events is?
Well, there's only Colonel seating. That's the area that's roped off in front of the main stage where we have 300 chairs. And there's a charge to that, but the rest is free. I mean, you can stand anywhere you'd like or bring your chair, whatever. But,
And it's a wonderful, you get a great vantage point from anywhere out there on the street.
oh yes, yes, you can see a lot.
And you know, it's always good weather. For some reason, the Popcorn Festival always has had good weather. I can't remember too many of them that you've had rain.
We were just rained out that one
Yeah,
Saturday
that's
night.
one Saturday night, yes. It's
So,
been
it's been
unbelievable.
good.
Oh, Norma, and I was there that night. I'm trying to think of the band that was supposed to play. Oh, Gin Blossoms. I'll never forget that. They had to go home. It was a horrible rainstorm, though.
It was.
Only once in 30 years, though. That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Has a parade ever had to have been canceled, Norma?
No, not that I'm aware of. And this is 31 years I've been in it, so
That's pretty amazing.
yes.
Now, the parade kicks off the whole festival on Thursday. At what time?
6 o'clock the parade starts, and we always have a large parade, but it's really good. Everyone wants to be in it. You can't blame them since it's the only one in
That we have.
that we have.
Yeah.
Mary Ann used to be in charge of the parade.
That's right.
Now,
That was a long time ago.
Mary Ann, how hard was it to run the parade?
Oh, it was a terrible job. Oh, it just took so much of my time. No, it was fun. It really was fun. And I think the key is to get good people. And we had good people. And I'm sure you still do.
Right, we did.
Yes.
Now, Norma, do we know any of the people coming up in this year's popcorn parade? Of course, we'll have Ronald McDonald. And
Well, can I tell you who the Grand Marshal is?
tell us who the Grand Marshal of the 2011 popcorn
Well,
parade.
it's right here. It's Martha Manesi.
Martha.
I wonder who established that.
Martha Douse-Manesi is the 2011 Marion Popcorn Festival Parade Grand Marshal. Martha, how does that make you feel?
Oh, I cry every time I think of it. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Well, it's a great honor.
It is a great honor.
Oh, there's only...
The best thing that ever happened to me.
Oh, it's going to be... I mean, if anybody has never come to the parade, this is the year to come. Because you have got a true Marion legend going to be out front there. Oh. Norma, tell us some past Grand Marshals. There have been some great ones.
Oh, dear. Last year we had Orville Redenbacher's daughter and I believe it's her daughter. Oh, who else have we had? We've had so many.
Flippo the Clown, I believe, one year.
I don't really
No,
know.
was I wrong on that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Jimmy
either.
Crumb? Jimmy Crumb?
Would have been a long time ago.
I tell you, it
Yeah,
certainly...
You know, 31 years.
Well, it's a lot of...
Oh,
Oh,
not only-
I know who was because I rode in the convertible with him, and that was Hugh DeMoss, who was my boss. He was the news director at WMNO-TV when I was there, and I have a picture of it too. I should have brought it. I never even thought.
And Mona?
And Mona Scott.
And
Um,
other gentleman.
Doug Adair.
Doug Adair. That's
And of
right.
course, Bob Nunnally has been Grand Marshal.
Yes.
Boy, a lot of great people.
Yeah.
A lot of. It's been a very productive and prosperous parade.
It is.
All kinds of things that go on that weekend. I was just trying to think. You know what I'm always fascinated by is when I go up to the vendors for the food at the Popcorn Festival. I don't know why this is not the same anywhere else, but the vendors have a real international flair. I mean, I run into people from Japan, Turkey, who run the... Oh, it's amazing. Almost all of them have some kind of international flair. I enjoy just talking with those people. There was a snake handler down on the runway last year. There's always something to do at the Popcorn Festival. It is an absolutely amazing weekend. We're going to talk more about the Popcorn Festival, but we're going to check in with Phyllis Diller really quick here. Going to give time for Charlie to get ready for his new segment on the program, the Evers Report. But don't forget, Martha Douse Manesi, 2011 Grand Marshal of the Popcorn Parade, Thursday, the 8th of September.
Comedian and Ohio native Phyllis Diller has to say about moderator Scott Spears and the exchange.
I've been sitting around here in California from Ohio. I'm sitting around in Hollywood wondering when is the international public going to find my friend, the great interviewer, Scott Spears?
Well, Phyllis, we wonder the same thing. You wonder it from Hollywood, I wonder it from here.
Well, I swear, Scott, you see, we are so aware of your great talent because you come up with hundreds of ideas. You are never wanting for an idea. You are prolific. You're always pushing. You're always there. And I thought, now, why hasn't the world found Scott and put him on a pedestal? And, after all, Larry King can't live forever.
We've run out of time on our thing. Charlie's still dressing over here. So we're going to come to Norma real quick because she just told us during the little break there. There's a new event coming up at the Popcorn Festival this year, a pedal push.
It's a tractor pedal push for kids from 3 to 12. And they'll win a trophy for first and second place. They'll all get a ribbon. And it's going to be held at Bobisher's Lot. And there's no charge to the children, so that'll be nice. Hope we get a big crowd. We'll sign up that day. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of applications at the information table.
And there's all kinds of tournaments that go on.
Oh, yes.
And runs and things like that. It's really a great event. Norma, who would somebody call if they wanted information?
Well, just call the festival number, 387-3378. And I think that's the right number. Anyhow.
It's in the phone book.
It's in the phone book.
It's in the phone book.
And we'll get you to the right person to handle that.
It's a great event. Now we're going to go over to my pal, Charlie Evers, for a new segment here on The Exchange, the Evers Report. Go ahead, Charlie.
All right. Well, I've talked a lot about what we should do in Marion if we only had the money. Well, there's something we can do without money, and that's clean up. Now, I just heard, I think it was last week, where Karen Herr, the downtown manager, was trying to get a lot of volunteers to help clean up the downtown. And we have quite an accumulation in storefronts. The wind blows leaves and cigarette wrappers and everything else. And it'd be nice if we could get a lot of volunteers to come and sweep up the downtown. That really would be nice. But we also need to have people not dirty up the downtown or any other area. And that would be a very simple thing. You don't throw your cigarette butts out the window anymore. Now, there's not so much of that as we had been having. For instance, if you pull up to the intersection of Vernon Heights Boulevard and Delaware Avenue and look out your window to the side, you'll see a mountain of cigarette butts. And when it rains, they swell up, they go down the sewers, and I don't think our storm sewers should have to handle all those cigarette butts. Of course, later on, all those people that smoke that much will have to be handled in a different way, if you get what I mean. And then, of course, you've got, have you ever noticed, going into a store, you'll find all these little globs of chewing gum. Now, why do people throw away their chewing gum when they're going in a store? I've never figured that out. Here are all these little blotches on the sidewalk. Every store. Now, I can understand maybe going into a theater, although some people chew noisily in theaters. But thank goodness people don't throw away their cell phones or the iPads or whatever they're texting with, because that would really be a mess. That'd take up a lot more room. But there's plastic bags thrown out everywhere. People come out of some of the big box stores. They buy something that they want to use right away. They take it out of the bag and then throw it on the ground in the parking lot generally. And then, if they come out with a push cart, or I mean a grocery cart, or whatever you call them, they generally take the stuff out, put it in their car, and just leave the cart sit, because it's too long to walk 5 feet over there and put it away. Now, here's what I like, and it's too bad that every business doesn't do this. There's one particular store on the east side of Marion that you put a quarter in to get a shopping cart. Well, are you going to leave that shopping cart sit out to where it can blow and bang against a car? No, you're going to push it back and remove the quarter once you take it back. And this makes a mighty neat thing. You'll find no shopping carts in this particular store's parking lot at any time, and it certainly is a relief. In fact, I enjoy shopping there because I don't have to worry about my car being dented up. Boy, I remember when I canoed down Grave Creek. Grave Creek had 12 of those shopping carts buried in it. And we had to pull them out before I could get my canoe down there. Shopping carts, man. Fast food. People go to fast food restaurants, and once they get about 2 miles down, they've eaten their double burger with cheese. Throw the wrapper out. Why not? Don't crunch it up and lay it on the floor of your car. Throw it out the window. You know, somebody else will pick it up. I see that all because I live just about 2.5, 3 miles east of town, the correct distance to consume a sandwich and then throw the wrapper in my front yard. Oh, boy. Oh, there's so many things out there. Political signs, they're everywhere. Do you ever vote for anyone because you see their name on a sign?
No.
No. Do they ever say what they're going to do on that sign? No. It says, vote for blank, blank. They just, you know, most of them do, though, get rid of the signs within a day or two. That's good. There's some, the ditchers, oh, my goodness. Throw it out your car window, your cans, whatever, your diapers, oh, my. Now, riding a bicycle, I see all this junk in the ditches, and even before it gets to the ditch. I've seen so many disposable diapers, the ladies will tie them up in a little knot and throw it out the window, and it never hits the ditch. And then you have to watch so you don't take your bike across that. Oh, that can be terrible. But see, all we have to do is not be so lazy. Just clean up after yourself. If you go somewhere and buy something, dispose of the empty sack or whatever the correct way. And I know that our recycling lady, what's her name? Angie Carbetta, yes, the organ player. Boy, she's a great Wurlitzer organ player, too. Angie Carbetta would be so happy if we all watched our P's and Q's and stored everything and recycled what we should. That's my report. And that's it for today, folks.
And Scott, I think you should rename this Charlie on the Soapbox.
Kvetching with Ever, something
Right.
like that. Holy mackerel. There's a lot of stuff in the dirt. It was horrible. But it was a good segment, but
Yes.
It's a horrible, horrible mess here. We got to clean up. I'm afraid to go outside when we're done. We've got about 7 minutes left in this show. And you know what? Since Charlie has done a segment now, I brought something. Mary Ann doesn't know this. Mary Ann, you know what these are?
They're pom-poms.
They're pom-poms.
Yes.
And what did you do at one point in your life?
Oh, I was a cheerleader.
You were a cheerleader. Now, that cheer you do is so fascinating. When you do it on this show, people stop their cars and windows and all sorts of things. I thought we'd give you some pom-poms and really take it through the roof this time.
Now remember, this was many, many moons ago.
Wait, pull in on Mary Ann.
I mean, you would never see this cheer anywhere in the whole wide world. Ack-a-lack-a-chee, ack-a-lack-a-chow, ack-a-lack-a-chee-chee, chow-chow, boomerang, boomerang, sis-boom-ba. Triadelphia, Triadelphia, rah, rah, rah.
Go team! Oh, that was good, Mary. I enjoyed that.
Why did you do that?
I'm just gonna have that turning on loop in my living room from now on, just you doing that Appalachia. Shannon, were you ever, Appalachia?
Right.
Sorry, excuse me. Mary Ann, or Shannon, excuse me, I've already picked on Mary Ann enough. Were you ever a cheerleader?
I was a cheerleader in 7th and 8th grade.
Can you do yours?
Well,
Pass the pom-poms down. It's cheerleading day here on the exchange.
I'm trying to remember. What was some of the
It's hard.
so long?
I mean, he put you on the spot now, just like he does me.
Well, I might need to stand up for this one, actually.
Go ahead, stand up, tilt the camera.
Okay. We got the beat. That SCS beat. It goes. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
No,
great.
that was good.
That's great.
That was good. Now, Martha, you were a cheerleader in your day, weren't you?
Yes,
Do you remember any of your cheers?
no, I can't compete with these two.
Martha just throws in the towel on that one. Norma, I am so glad you came in today. You have witnessed all this wonderful talent on the program here. The Popcorn Festival, how did it start? Tell me the beginning, because you've been there 31
How did
years.
it start? Well, there are 4 gentlemen, Mike Nicolosi, Mark Schwarzkopf, Dick Reese, and Mayor Ron Malone.
Right.
And they were sitting around talking how they could get Marion back on the map. And they said, well, let's have a festival. And so Mark came over and asked me if I'd be secretary treasurer to this meeting they were going to have. And I said, oh, sure, not realizing it would be a lifetime thing. But anyhow, those 4 gentlemen started the festival. And I know a lot of people think Wyandotte did, but we only asked Wyandotte about, if we had a popcorn festival, would it interfere with their, products? And they said no. So,
Actually, it helped it.
yes.
Definitely.
Now, Norma, am I right or wrong about this, but the first big talent for the Popcorn Festival was Henny Youngman, wasn't it?
Any Youngman?
That's a name from the past.
In 1980, that was a big headline.
Yeah. Oh, he was a comedian. Definitely.
I remember meeting with
funny.
Henny Youngman
Did you?
at WDIF, yes.
Oh,
What was
funny
Henny
man.
Youngman like?
He was joking all the time.
I bet he was.
Yeah,
King of the one-liners.
that's right.
Absolutely. Norma, you've seen all the talent, 3 days of talent each year. Do you have a favorite? I know that's hard. That's a lot of talent.
Oh, that's a lot of talent. I believe one of our best shows was Gloria Estefan.
Oh.
You took the words
Yeah.
right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I would say.
She was very, very
She was
good.
wonderful.
Norma, you can answer this if you want to or not. I mean, maybe there's some backlog here, but people have asked me time and time again, I think it's the only person to ever cancel. What happened with Tom Jones?
He evidently had called the agency and said that he was sick and couldn't sing. He lost his voice. So,
Oh, I liked him. He was one of my favorites.
I never will forget that night. The late Steve Summerlot got the word, and I've never seen anybody so down.
Disappointed.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that would have been really
Nobody else has ever canceled, have they, Norma?
yes, I'm trying to think of Foreigner.
Oh.
And I think
Oh.
that's the year I was president because we hurried and got Jan and Dean at the last minute.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
They were very good.
The thing about the Tom Jones thing that I remember, he didn't let anybody know till a few hours
No,
before.
he didn't.
And I think that was if he's sick, I guess. But boy, that's a big, I know that was a big letdown for a lot of people. But think about that, 30 years, one cancellation where something else
Not
didn't
bad.
come on. That's amazing, quite amazing. Once again, it is the 8th, 9th, and 10th of September. It always puts Marion on its ear. It is a lot of fun. even parking hasn't been bad in the last few years. I mean, I have really not had much problem with the Popcorn Festival at all. We get to see the Queens, you get to see all your public officials in the parade, you get to see a lot of people who work throughout the town that maybe you don't see every day. And I'll tell you what, go up there on a Friday or a Saturday afternoon and walk down that midway, you're going to see somebody you know. It's just how big it is. Norma, it's such a pleasure for you to come on today for us. Best of luck, and keep us updated if anything goes on, comes on with the Popcorn Festival.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. irmcommunication@gmail.com if you have any questions. The Exchange Marion on Facebook. See you tomorrow.